For some reason, I was like, I think I'm going to DM Kat. I'm going to tell her she inspired me to go to Stanford.
That's awesome.
And she responded. And I screamed down the hallway, Mom, Katarina answered my text. Like, she answered my DM. She told me to keep up the hard work.
I'm gonna keep up the hard work.
I'm going to keep it up. I'm going to keep up the hard work.
Kat's
yes.
keep it up. All right, welcome back to another episode of Unlaced, the official San Diego Wave FC podcast. I am your host, Megan O'Keefe, and we have an awesome guest in studio today with Nya Harrison. I giggled a lot. So excited for you guys to tune in for that. And we're in April now, and we have got a ton of games on the road. So be sure to keep an eye out on Wave social media for all the information about Wave watch parties, and be sure to get your tickets for our next home match, May 3rd. And for being a loyal podcast listener, first of all, we're so grateful for you. And we have a special deal for you for home matches all throughout the season. Head over to this link that I'm going to put, that I have right here. It is officially, what is it? wave.spinzo.com/unlaced. Using the code unlaced for a special ticket deal just for you as a listener. Thank you so much. And we've got Nya here in the studio today. She has got such an impressive background. She has represented the U.S. Youth National Team as well as the Philippines, and we talk all about her journey to dual citizenship, plus her background playing in San Diego, playing right on these surf fields where she is now training as a professional athlete. So we get into so much, and can't wait for you to hear it. So let's get into it with Nya right after these messages. Catch every wave of our 5th anniversary season by becoming a season ticket member. Members receive exclusive access to events, an annual gift, member rates on parking, merch, and concessions, plus up to 25% off single game pricing. Score access to every match and exclusive benefits by securing your Wave FC season ticket membership today. Head to sandiegowavefc.com/season tickets to learn more. That's sandiegowavefc.com/season tickets. We don't have to start formally at all. We can just start talking.
Okay, perfect.
I feel like you're holding your breath.
No, because I was like, or I didn't know if you had like an intro thing you do, like, welcome back to the da-da-da.
Do you want to, you are technically coming back.
I know.
You're a vlogging queen.
I know.
How would you intro it?
Well, usually when I'm doing my vlogs, I'll just be like, hi friends, hey you guys. And, like, that's literally it. But
okay.
I started my vlogs from doing, like, Snapchat, like, my Snapchat private story. And it would
really?
I'd be like, hey, vlog. And I was, like, 12. And then all my friends were like...
Do you have any of these videos?
Yeah, probably. Not right now, like...
No, but, like, you
I have
need
to, like,
send them
I have to, like,
over.
re-download Snapchat. But literally my whole thing was like, hey, vlog. Hello, vlog. It is Monday, April 16th. It's about, like, 7:35 right now. And I'm walking to school. I don't know. It's literally such a struggle. And then everyone was like, Nya, like everyone around school would be like, hey, vlog, like all the time.
Did you like that? Or
yeah, because that's what made me start my YouTube channel when I was 12 years old. Oh. But all those videos are private now, so you can't look for them.
Yeah, but I'm not going to make you send us one to add to this.
I look crazy. No, it was like chops, like iMovie editing, bro. Like, I can't have that shit.
That's how I got started, too. Like, it was so fun and so low maintenance now. But I feel like you do the same now. You keep it very, like, raw.
Chill. Very chill, very casual, very, like, I don't know. It also, like, gives me something to do. So I feel like I'm, like, not sitting at home all the time. Yeah. Because since I'm from here, I kind of don't have a reason to, like, go out, you know? Like, I do have a reason, but, like, I don't feel the need to explore as much. Really? Like, other girls on the team, like, really want to explore. They're like, let's build a bucket list. And I'm like, I did this already. Not in a bad way, but it's just kind of like I need a reason to
get out and about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, or else it feels like your entire life has been here.
I don't want to be given, like, I only live in paradise and, like, this is all I am, blah, blah, all that stuff.
Right.
But I think for me, I mean, like, it's cool for me to, like, want to get out of San Diego.
Yeah,
and
it feels different.
No, for real. But, like, I think that's the part where I was like, wow, I'm really lucky to have grown up in San Diego.
It's a gratitude.
No, it's a gratitude thing, but also, like, real stuff. I'm like, you have to like be aware of that sometimes. Good. But it's really nice when like last night I was with my parents. It was my sister's birthday dinner, and we were at Costera. I don't know if you've been to Costera before.
I feel like I've heard of that.
It's like on the water, super nice restaurant, and like my sisters went to walk my dog, and my parents are just sitting there like, wow, we're so lucky. We love San Diego. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. I think they sat there for 10 minutes looking at like the water and the city. They're like, we're so lucky to live here. Like people come here on spring break, and that's the part of San Diego where it's like really perfect and paradise, where I love it. Yeah. Where I really love it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, because my mom, not a diss at Houston either, but my mom was like, imagine if you grew up in Houston and then you played for Houston. It would not be the same as if you were from San Diego playing for San Diego. And I was like, yeah, Mom, you're right. My mom's always right. But I was like, you're right,
out,
girl.
Mom. No, but I love to hear that. And I think that's really good for other people to hear too, is like you grew up in a family of like, it sounds like a lot of gratitude. Yes. Like you guys recognize where you have lived, where you've grown up. But I know your mom didn't grow up here. Yeah. She's born in the Philippines.
Yes.
So what does she tell you about that sort of time?
I think for her, so she born in the Philippines. My grandpa ended up joining the U.S. military as a doctor. Yeah,
Wait,
nurse. How? As a nurse. I don't know how that stuff worked, but like a lot of Filipinos did this where they would join the military but be a nurse, because like Filipinos are like known to be nurses. I don't know if you know that, but like that's how she was able to come here. Oh. And the thing is too, a lot of people don't know this. In the Philippines, they like know English. Like my mom knew English before she came here.
Okay.
But since it's just kind of random, she went from the Philippines to Tennessee.
That's a culture shock.
And so it was funny. She told me before, she was like, yeah, my teacher like called my mom one day, or my grandma, but called my mom and was like Cheryl needs to have an English person. Like, you know, when you have like not like a translator, but like taking the lessons while you're in school. And my grandma almost hit her on the side of the head. Cheryl, you better be speaking English. You know English. And she was like, I'm scared. I went from the Philippines. Like, and the Philippines is a beautiful place. It really is.
Yeah.
She was showing me pictures the other day of her just laying out on the island and the beach and stuff. You go from the Philippines to Tennessee and you
super landlocked.
Yeah, super landlocked. Like, all that stuff. And she was just like shocked. Then she went, I think there was like some random hopping in between different places. But then she went from Tennessee basically to Treasure Island, when it used to be a military base in the Bay Area.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so she ended up growing up with the Golden Gate Bridge in her backyard, basically, and she didn't even get it because she was just a military kid from the Philippines.
Oh,
so she was kind of like, yeah, me and the kids were just running around, and I didn't even realize that we were on Treasure Island, out of all places. And I was like, okay, this is... Mom lore is crazy. Immigrant mom lore is even crazier.
I mean, let's get her on the show.
No, because she has so many stories, and I'm like, huh? So then after that, once my grandpa was done with the military, then him and my grandma became like top nurses in Children's Hospital, whatever, in the Bay. They're cool. Okay. So then she ended up growing up like as a teenager in the Bay Area.
Wow.
Yeah. And then from there, when she was done with college, moved down to San Diego. She met my dad.
How'd they meet?
He was at SDSU, I think, but they had mutual friends through work. And that's how they met. Yeah. I know.
Super
so cute.
Cali family, though.
Yes.
On top of your Filipino roots.
Yes.
And you said your dad was black.
Yes.
He's black. So you have so much pride. Yes. I can see in so much of what you do in both of your identities.
Yes.
So how do you balance that?
Yeah, I think it's something that's very difficult. Really? I think being biracial too, especially like with me and my sisters, I don't know if you've met all of them, but we look alike.
You do.
But we look very different in like our features. Like for me, people just thought I was black. Like they never thought like there was a mix of anything. I got accused of lying when I would say I was Filipino. People were like, no, you're not Asian. And I'm like,
what?
I was like, I don't know why I would lie about that. So for me, younger, I was really confused. I thought like, I was like, this is so weird, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't get it. But my parents were so good about being proud of like where I am, like, or who I am, where I came from. I think they were like just the best example for me.
Yeah.
Because it's like confusing when you're a kid and you don't like really know what's going on and all that stuff.
And to grow up in probably a pretty white predominant community.
Yeah. So it was difficult, but I think just the way that they raised me, they were like, be proud of where you came from. My mom is very authentically herself. I get that from her. And then my dad too, when it comes to like knowing your history, knowing your roots. So I think the combination of that was like so good for me where I think I just grew into it. I don't know what happened, but it was just one day I'm like, I was always proud of myself and like very confident.
Yeah.
But I think as I got older and like kind of like grew into my voice a little bit, I think it was just a lot easier for me to just be like, yeah, this is who I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rep both sides. Like, I don't care. Like, you can't say anything to me. You're not me type of thing. And I'm just like, whatever.
I feel that energy from you. Like, from the day I met you, I was like, this girl has an incredible amount of confidence.
Yeah.
And, I mean, obviously last year you were a rookie.
Yeah.
And to see that and the pride that you have in your roots is... I mean, it's not, I don't want to call it rare, but it is really cool to see it for someone at such a young age. And now you have this platform and you're a professional athlete and you're only on year 2. Mm-hmm. And it's just really cool to see how you've carried yourself in just the early days of your career. So shout out.
Queen.
Good job. I had a question and I just lost it, but I feel like you've been killing it. This was my very important question. You were thinking back to like when you were younger and you said that it was a confusing time. Like, what would the version of you now say to younger Nya?
Oh my God. That's good. What would myself tell my younger self?
Mm-hmm. Like your current confident.
Oh yeah.
Badass.
Damn, girl. You're crazy for this one.
I was like, I knew I had something cooking.
Oh my gosh.
I had something good.
I would probably just tell my younger self to, I wouldn't say like ignore, okay, this is so weird. I was never like bullied for real, but I would get, but I was like bullied for like things that were not relevant to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
be a better bully.
No, I was like, there was this girl before that bullied me, but she was trying to use like a Hispanic, like, stupid, like something like that, and I was confused. And I was
be laughing, but I'm
but I was like, bro, like I was like, this has nothing to do with me. Like, you shouldn't be doing this. But I was like, I'm confused. So it was just like random stuff when I was younger that I was just like,
get
I don't know.
Facts right.
I'm trying to like actually think how I would like want to phrase this. I think just, I don't know. I think I always had it in me before when I was younger because I wasn't really affected by outside noise or anything like that. I think I would probably just tell my younger self to probably like just stay the course because I ended up being fine in the end and like growing into that, but probably just being like be who you are. Like that's it. Like like I was like, whatever you're thinking in your mind right now, that's legit. Like that's real. Because I think before when I was really young, I wouldn't speak. I was actually really, really quiet and like Yeah, I know. It's
all coming out now.
No, I know. When I tell people that, they're like, "No, there's no way." But I'm actually like pretty introverted person naturally. Yeah. So I think for myself, I thought those things in my head all the time. Yeah. I would probably just tell myself to like, whatever you're telling yourself, it's true. Yeah. You know, like just like that affirmation aspect of it, because I think I'd think a lot when I was younger and I'd just kind of look and stare and just be like, whatever.
I was thinking again. Yeah. There she goes, thinking.
I would just be like, okay. And I'd just move on. Like, I wouldn't clap back. You know what I'm saying? I would just be like, okay. And then I'd just go off and do my own.
She talk?
Yeah. I was,
mid-conversation, you're just like having a vision, like Raven Simone.
No, because literally, like, my mom told me I wouldn't talk. I would be really quiet. I would only talk to her. Really? I think. And, like, I wouldn't talk to my grandparents. I would just hide. I was really shy. But I would think so much as a kid. And I'd just be like,
When did that shift?
I don't even know. I think I was just kind of like...
Like, was there an environment that you were in maybe that, like, made you more comfortable to be yourself?
Well, soccer always helped me, I think. I think that's where I grew into being more of a natural leader. That's, like, the best answer. Yeah, I think the funnier answer is probably middle school boys roast competitions. I would engage in those a lot.
I'm thinking, like, Wild and Out right now.
No, like, they would be, like... I had a lot of guy friends growing up, more tomboy-y and all that stuff, as most of us are. Yeah. And 6th to 7th grade in particular, I think that's when I grew into the, like, I could roast you right now. Like, if you come after me, I'm gonna defend.
Like, I've been thinking for 10 years.
Yes. No, for real. I was like, this makes me sound like I'm like crazy or something. But I'm like, I promise I'm not. Like, the kids would, like, I don't know, especially when you start beating boys in like the mile or something like that. Then they don't like that. They don't like that part. So they were like, I don't even remember what I'd be doing, but there was one day where this guy said something to me and we're like all in the circle and stuff. And I said one thing back and they were like, oh, everyone started running around. I said, wait, I kind of ate. I was like, wait, I ate that up. I was like,
wait, sorry, there's like an organized circle of like...
Yeah, no, people would just be roasting each other.
Roasting circle?
It wasn't like organized, but it was kind of just like one person says something, then someone was like, oh, listen to this. And then somebody else came in and I was like, like my friends were there. So I just walked over and someone said something to me. I clapped back so quick. And it was just out of nowhere that I just naturally was like, whatever I said. And everyone was like, oh, shoot.
Is this
shoot,
like a typical like recess activity? I'm trying to.
It
sounds like
us.
It's happening a lot. It was happening a lot.
It was either that or we played not handball, but we played some game with the ball bouncing against a wall and just kicking it as far as you can. So I was either doing that or I was like, don't mess with me, boys. Do not mess with me today.
You're like, guys, today at recess, like, do we want to play with balls or do we just want to roast the shit each other?
And the thing is, like, they were all my friends, so we were all like, whatever. Like, it's cool. Like, I never had anything against them, but I was like, never come after me again, because I'm going to say this, this, and this, and it would just be done.
But there's something to be said for, like, the bantering of, like, being an athlete on a sports team. Like, bantering, I feel like, from my experience being on teams, like, that's kind of how you show love and respect, is that bantering.
Yeah.
Was it a bantery vibe, or you literally roasting each other?
Like, we would roast, but it never got to, I never felt disrespected.
Oh.
You feel me? Like, I was
respectful roast.
Yeah, respectful roast. And then after we would be like, okay, whatever. Like, let's go to Chick-fil-A after school or something like that. Or, like, let's go to Starbucks still. I'm like, we still down for Starbucks on Friday? Like, whatever. Yeah. So
it was you in middle school.
Yeah, like, it was, like, hella chill. And, like, I'm still friends with some of those guys to this day. And, like, I remember one of my friends I'm still friends with, he was like, Nya, you remember that day in 8th grade? You went in on me. And I was like, yeah, I remember that. Sorry. Like,
do you remember anything that you said?
No, I just know.
You're like, I don't want this documented.
I honestly don't remember, though. I just remember that that's when I was like, wait, like, I can not that I needed to, like, ever defend myself. I was never in a situation like that before. But it was more just like, I can think something, I can feel something, I can say it. Wasn't, like, crazy hurtful, but I was like, I can be opinionated and strong and confident and all that stuff.
Honestly, I'm seeing the other side of this now. I'm like, this is actually a really helpful, like, exercise or tool for especially young women that, like, it's important that you work in male-dominated industries. A respectful roast is a good skill.
That's what I thought. And it takes, like, a niche person. Like, I think I was not built in a way, but I was just kind of, like, conditioned to just be like, whatever, like, these boys ain't got nothing on me. I didn't care.
I'm loving this energy
so real.
Much.
That's how I grew up, where I genuinely was like, in my head, I was like, bro, they ain't got nothing on me. I was like that in the mile. I was like that in math class. Like, I was competitive all the time.
I mean, that's what's got you here.
Yeah, basically. I was like, it makes more sense now that I'm thinking about it. I'm like, damn, I was really cuckoo. But
this is actually therapy. Like, we use this room as like we break down childhood.
Because I'm like, I'm connecting dots now. But that's all to say that soccer and respectful roasts got me to this, like, stage in my life now.
I see. Yeah, where the transition happened. That makes a lot of sense. When did you start kicking a ball around?
3 years old. 3.5, technically. And
your earliest soccer memes?
Crying during Sharks and Minnows.
Dude, that game does you dirty.
No, so the thing is, I cried in everything. So my mom put me in dance, I cried in dance. She put me in swim, I cried in swim. I put me in gymnastics when you're on the little thing. I cried when I was on there, I wouldn't even move. I just hung there and started crying.
Why are you crying so much?
Because I was I don't know, maybe too many thoughts in my head.
No, too many thoughts.
Talk it out.
Talk therapy.
Too many thoughts. But I cried in everything. I cried in Sharks and Minnows, and I wanted to quit. And my dad was going to, like, just let me quit because, I quit everything. And my mom was like, she's not quitting this. And for some reason, they tell me that in Sharks and Minnows, I was crying. But, like, when they all come and then all the kids just scream. They said I just stood on the corner and I waited for all of them to, like, duke it out. And then I just dribbled. But I was 3.
It's brilliant.
So then, but I was crying. So it was like...
like, she's crying. We should not even bother her. She needs
her
tears.
I'm, like, crying, but I'm just like, shoot, let me go now. Let me go.
I kind of nailed this.
And they said something about the coach that was coaching was like, we've never seen a kid do that before. Some stupid movie thing. And I wanted to still quit. Like, I did that, but I still didn't want to do it. And so my mom was like, no, you're staying. So I stayed and I did it. I did some rec stuff. And then randomly, it was like the competitive... what is it called? Is it competitive soccer? Is that what they called it? It went from, like, rec to competitive. The names
changed so much. Because are you talking about, like, ECNL?
No, not even. Not like, yet? Just going from, like, rec to club.
Like, club, like, we had to try out.
Yeah. Like, so once that happened, yeah, I guess. I don't even remember. It was, like, called something before. Yeah. So now... that club is now Force, the San Diego Force, like, club that's here now. Back in my day, it was called Avengers. Oh. So Avengers had their little tryouts, and my mom told me, she was like, you want to try out for this team? Because I was doing good in rec, or whatever, all-star rec. Yeah. And I still didn't really care that much. And she told me, she was like, you should try out. And I was like, I don't really want to try out. She was like, you're going to be on TV.
Really?
No, she lied to me.
No, I was like, whoa.
I remember her telling me,
broadcasting y'all early.
Like, if you try out and you make it, you'll be on TV. And I was like, okay. I go to my tryout, whatever. I look, it's all boys. So my parents mixed up. My parents are like noob soccer parents. Like, they're not these crazy noobs. Like, they didn't understand anything. They didn't know where to send me. I'm there. It's all boys. And the coach was like, well, you missed the girls' tryout, basically. And I was like, okay. They're like, well, you can try out with the boys. Oh, yeah, you know me and the boys now. Yeah. They started at a young age.
They all recognize you.
Yeah,
like, no.
You know me and the boys. And according to my dad, I don't remember this that much. I just remember the boys being there. According to him, I killed it at the age of 7 with the boys. And then that was my first... I ended up making the girls' team. They were like, oh, well, if you did good with the boys.
Yeah, if you hang with the guys, well, equal.
Yeah, so I ended up making the girls' team. And then from there, that's when I really just... loved it from maybe when I was like 7 or 8.
You stopped crying?
Yeah, I stopped crying at that point. I still cried during rec. And then, but my mom really got me with that TV thing.
Why did that work so well? Did you really want to be a TV star?
I don't know what she thought about me at that time. That was in my era when I thought I could sing. So I thought I was actually going to be like, I don't know, I thought I could be an actress, or I think that was also me like watching Disney Channel.
I didn't want to say it. I was going to let you say it, but I'm like hearing you talk about like, hey vlog. Yeah, like that's giving Disney Channel.
Yeah, I think it was just given like, Zach and Cody. Like, yes. Wizard Waverly Place came later, but I don't remember what I was even watching at that time.
But early one.
Yeah,
right. No, later one.
I think it was a little bit later than
what were your Disney Channel shows?
Sweet Life and the regular Zach and Cody. Good. Wizard Waverly Place.
Nice.
Hannah Montana.
Okay, cool.
Kim Possible, like...
I'm like checking. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, cool.
Checks
cool.
out.
Yeah, no, everything's good.
Once it got to that dance show, it was like Pump It
Shake It Up.
Shake It Up. That's when I felt like I was growing out of it.
Really?
So I like wanted to be on it. I was like, I want to...
Yeah. Oh, I did too.
Zendaya's like a big break.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I think I submitted, do you know what I'm talking about? When they do a competition?
Yes.
And they'd be like, submit your choreography and then you could be in the show. I probably submitted a video.
Yes.
I love Camp Rock. Camp Rock was my movie.
Loved Camp Rock.
Camp Rock, that's when, Jonas Brothers was my first concert, like, for real. Yeah, and it was a free one at the Grove in L.A. Oh. Yeah, because I had a big crush on Joe Jonas, and I was...
He was the hottest one.
Yeah, at the time, I don't know where Nick came from out of nowhere, but me when I was younger, I loved a main character. So I was like, Joe Jonas, you ain't been all that in a bag of chips right now, King. I look back on it, and I'm like...
Poor Kevin.
No, like, for real.
What was up with him?
No,
I didn't want to be there.
I don't think so.
Did you ever watch their spin-off show?
No.
Oh.
See, I wasn't like, I couldn't watch that one.
Either. No, I didn't watch it.
It was okay if you did.
I watched like Kevin and his wife's show.
Actually, I might have seen clips from it, to be fair.
Yeah.
No, but, I love Joe Jonas. And when I saw the Jonas Brothers for free, I said, oh, heck to the yeah.
And I can't believe they're like still going at it. They're still touring. Hey Wave fans, looking to catch a game this season? We have got just the thing for you, our loyal listeners of the pod. Head to wave.spinzo.com/unlaced and use promo code unlaced for a special deal on all Wave home matches this season, just for you. That's wave.spinzo.com/unlaced and use promo code unlaced. Thank you as always for tuning in, and we can't wait to see you this season at Snapdragon. You played for the U.S. youth national teams, and then got the call up to play for the Philippines. Mm-hmm. But I know that there had been some documentation working on getting that dual citizenship.
Yes.
First, where are we at now? What's the status?
Okay. There was a bill passed in the Philippine Senate that I'm apparently, like, they approved my naturalization. I just need to go to the Philippines and, like, swear in. And then I'm a dual citizen.
Hey!
Crazy. Insane. Like, this is something new they're doing, like, for a lot of athletes and all that stuff. Because since they're a little bit more strict about things nowadays, there's a lot of stuff going on in the news. There's a lot going on. So they're just being a lot more... a lot more strict with their rules, which is fair. But it's just difficult because I think, like, a couple years prior, if I'd started all of this, it would have been a little bit more easier for me. Okay. But it's okay. It's, like, more difficult, too, because I'm over 18. My mom became a naturalized U.S. citizen. So technically when I was born, there's no proof I was born Filipina. Because she became naturalized. Yeah, so it was like a whole thing, even though she was born there. Very, very weird. Technical. Okay. But we're getting very close. They just qualified for the World Cup.
I know. That's amazing.
Yes, they did so amazing. Like, big shout out to those girls because the amount of sacrifice, like, now that I've been into camps with them too, like, the amount of time and, like, they've been gone since end of January.
Wow.
Until now. Yeah, doing, like, prep camp and then going to Australia to train there, then being there in the Asian Cup. So they've been gone for a long time.
And you're not able to, you've been able to train with them, but you can't represent in games?
Yeah, not yet until once I get my citizenship, I should be able to apply for my passport very easily. Okay. And then once the passport is submitted to FIFA, then we are good. But
will this happen in time for the World Cup?
I am manifesting that it will. Yes. It has to at this point. Because the thing is with the citizenship thing, I'm so close. It's just like, in terms of, I've just learned systems run so differently when you're in a different country. It's like you can't just book an appointment online there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I have to just talk through my representatives there and they figure it out for me. But it's like a 16-hour time difference and da-da-da-da. Yeah, so it's just like very complicated. Soccer. I know, but it's going to be worth it. Yes. That's the thing. Like I stress out about it, but I'm like, this is going to be so good.
Yeah, and I know I want to get to the other thing, but one last question on this. Like I saw a video of you talking about the first time you got to fly to the Philippines and represent your national team, and it just hitting you that these are your roots. This is where your mom was born, and that emotion that came about. Did you remember that moment?
Yes. I was in the window seat, which was really cool, but I think it was like for the last 30 minutes of the flight, I was genuinely just staring outside the window, and I was like, am I gonna cry? I was like, I think I could have cried if I maybe just sat and thought like a little bit more. Like I was just thinking about like I don't know, when you think about your mom, I'm like, my mom's just a girl. I was like, I can't do this. I was like, my mom was just like there, and then she got moved to America, and then I'm like, but this is where I'm from. Like I love my family, and I was just staring outside the window, and I was like, I might have been on my period too. I don't even know. I was like, I don't know what time of my life I was in at that time, but I know I was looking out that window, and once I saw too, because like lights and stuff, like because it was nighttime when I landed, but once I saw like the outline of like islands and stuff, and I was looking, I was like, my mom is from here. Like this is like so cute, and like I don't know, I was just like, oh my god, because most of my Filipino family lives in San Diego. I feel very close to them too. It was just the fact that I was like, oh my god, we're all from here. Yes. And it was just really crazy for me. I was like, I can't believe this right now.
And even in training camp, you got to represent your country.
Yeah. And it was
one of your countries.
Yeah, which is really cool. And just like everyone there is so nice. Like we have open training sometimes, and people are just so sweet and like so supportive of us. And it feels like there's like a higher purpose, like just something like bigger than us, which is really nice.
Oh, well, we're manifesting for you too.
Thanks,
repping
Queen.
That on the World Cup stage.
Yes.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Well, you've represented huge organizations, the Wave, different countries, and Stanford, which you had an amazing career there.
Yeah.
And you also got to cross paths with some big names.
Yes.
But, so you played with, did you play with like Kennedy, Nay?
Yes. Yeah, so I played with Nay my freshman year, which was crazy. I was like, I think I never got over the fact that she was my teammate. Like, I was just like, you're my idol, you're my idol, you're my idol. And like, it was just so crazy because I only got to play with her for 1 year, so it was kind of like, meh. Yeah. But she's amazing. And then now this is my 5th year playing with Ken, which is insane. Because we played 3 years in Stanford together, and then last year with Wave, and now this is our 5th year together, which is like, when I look back on them, I'm like, there's no way that was 5 years. But it was.
No, some huge names have been pumped out from Stanford.
Yes.
Katerine Macario.
Yes.
Did you cross paths with her?
Yes. So I didn't at Stanford, but I did at Surf when we were younger.
Right here.
Yes. Literally, like, that's why everything's like too full circle for me. I'm like, I'm literally at my home no matter where I go. Yeah. Basically. But like long story short, she was there when we would have like the kids that weren't playing high school and like doing training at the club, and we played small-sided games together one time, and I was just like, oh my god, this is so cool, this is amazing. Like, and my mom, she just loves talking to people, so she'd just go up to Kat and just be like, hi, I'm Nya's mom, blah blah. And I'm like 13 years old, and I'm like oh my god, I'm like, please. But everyone loves my mom, and it always ends up paying off. But when you're a teenager and like embarrassed, I was like, please no. But that was just like how I met her. So then, and then she went off to Stanford like the following year. Yeah, so I was an 8th grader. Then she was I was in 8th grade. She was a senior in high school. Then she went, and then I became a freshman in high school.
So you were idolizing her, though, before she even went to Stanford?
Yes.
Why was she... she was already a big deal from, like, U.S. youth?
Yes.
Or...
And, like, being at Surf, she was just the girl you looked up to. Because it was mainly, like, Kat, Mia Official, like, those names, and Maddie Mercado, and, like, all of them. I just looked up to them. But Kat was just watching her, even when we were younger, was so crazy. And, like, even her story moving from Brazil to come here.
Right.
And, like, learning English here and, like, all that stuff. So I already knew her. She committed to Stanford. And when she committed to Stanford, I was like, I need to go to Stanford too. Really? Right? Like, I just thought that. I'm like, if Katarina's going to Stanford, that's where the best people go. That's what you think. You know? So it was like, okay, yeah, she's going to Stanford. I have to go to Stanford. I commit to Stanford. And I'm like, I'm still in the weird phase where I'm like quiet, but kind of growing into myself. But when I committed, I didn't announce it for like a good amount of time. And I chose not to do that for like a lot of reasons. I don't know. I was like more private and like I like that my family knew and my teammates knew, but like publicly a lot of people didn't know. But for some reason I was like, I think I'm going to DM Kat. I'm going to tell her. She inspired me to go to Stanford.
That's awesome.
And she responded. And I screamed down the hallway, Mom, Katarina answered my text. Like, she answered my DM. And my mom was like, yeah, that's cool. Like, we see her, like, at the fields. Like, I don't know why you're freaking out.
No, you don't get it.
No, I was like, no, like, she told me to keep up the hard work.
I'm going to keep up the hard work.
I'm not going to keep it up. I'm going to keep up the hard work.
Yes.
Keep it up. She probably doesn't remember that at all. But it was like the best day ever for me. And it felt so cool, too, because I'm like, Kat knows my secret. Yes. Katarina knows my secret. Nobody knows this except for
me
my...
and her.
Yeah, no,
we
she was... I literally DM'd her, like, the day that I think I got off the phone with our coach, Paul. Got off the phone with Paul, and I was like, I'm going to tell Kat that I'm going to Stanford, because who's she going to tell?
Yeah, your mom's like, don't you want to call Dad? You're like, gotta call Kat.
Yeah, gotta text Kat. I'm just going to DM her and hope for the best. And the fact that she actually responded to me, I was like, yeah, we're up.
We're so up.
Yeah, we're so up. Yeah.
Okay, well, guess what? Now you're teammates.
Yeah!
What does that mean to you? What is little Nya, 8th grade Nya thinking?
I mean, I think it's just... I don't even know what to think. I just know it just feels right, honestly, too. Like, not in like that way, but
confident girl.
But it's like so cool when even with me and Mel. Mel's played with me and my sisters, all of us. She's played with all of us, and it's just like the Surf to Here pipeline. It like feels so cool that like it's all coming together like that, and it's just crazy because I've never actually played with her. Like small-sided on like the back polo fields maybe, but I haven't actually played with her yet. So I'm just really excited to learn and grow from her and like be challenged by her, because I think that's something that all of us like to do for each other. And you know, I think that's just the environment we create. But I also think it's really cool, like even the Stanford to Here pipeline, because even like past and present players, we've had Nay, we've had Sierra, Kiki now. So it's me. It's gonna be me, Kiki, Kat, and Ken.
Yeah,
all from Stanford. So it's like,
oh,
hey, we got that bond.
That's
you know,
awesome.
so it's always nice when you have that thing in common. That makes me like a little bit less nervous. But I think I definitely, when she comes, I'll probably still be like, hi, Kat, hi. Like, I think once I see her, I'm gonna go back to a 13-year-old self a little bit. And then I'm gonna be like waiting until this airs, and I'll be like, "Hey, by the way, so they're actually gonna drop some. They're gonna drop some fire stuff. By the way, just know that you're involved, and it's really positive. Like, trust me. Like, it's only me.
Okay, good. You wanted to
only
watch
me idolizing you, and
that's it,
I even said the same thing to Kiki. I idolized Kiki too, and when it was so funny. I told her that, and she was like, "Never meet your heroes, haha." Like as a joke. Like I love Kiki, so I was like,
she's like, haha, sucker.
Yeah, but now we're like really close, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like. I literally watched you score the game-winning PK for our national championship, and I was like crying how much I want to be like Kiki, and now I'm teammates with her. So I think I'm hitting like too many like I'm like
heroes.
Oh yeah,
heroes keep flying in.
So many heroes that I need to remember. Like, shoot, I'm here. Like, I need to lock in.
You're here too.
I'm like, I need to lock in, but like these are really the people I looked up to, and it's just so cool that we end up all here together and stuff. And I'm just gonna be like.
But now you're that for somebody else.
I know, which is like crazy to think of, but I just don't even think of it like that at all. But then probably when Kat sees this, she'll probably laugh. Hopefully, I'll be like, "Remember?"
She's like, "Put my locker that way away from."
Yeah, for real. I'm be like, "Please, I'm not that kid no more."
No, I'm sure she loves it.
Yeah.
Shoot, we only have a minute.
Yeah.
Let's just wrap it up.
Rapid fire 5 faves.
Okay, rapid fire 5 faves. Okay, in honor of our 5th anniversary of the club, we're doing. Top 5 favorite of a certain category. We're going post-game celebratory meals.
First thing, grilled cheese from the melt with spicy garlic bread.
Didn't you have to think twice?
Oh, yeah, no, because that's my go-to. Side of garlic Parmesan fries and a Sprite.
Oh, that's all one meal.
Oh, no, it can be.
Yeah, I was like, are we ranking the Sprite in there?
Oh, no, but like, okay, it has to be, the Sprite is a must.
Of course.
For a post-game, like a crisp, radioactive Sprite.
Yes, with the TV
like,
static.
Yeah, like borderline McDonald's Sprite, okay? Yes. So the grilled cheese comes next, for sure, with spicy garlic bread.
Wait, the Sprite's number 1 on your list?
Yeah, because I'd be so...
Okay, sorry, I did not mean to question that.
Yeah, because I'd be, like, parched.
Okay,
like,
course,
I'd just be parched. So I'm like, oh, like, a good Sprite.
Okay,
like
literally, Sprite is number 1.
No, like, Sprite, like, sponsor me. Like, if Sprite sponsored me, like, I'd be so lit. But, like, Sprite... Then for fueling ourselves, a spicy garlic bread grilled cheese will definitely do.
That sounds unreal.
Like it's so good, bro. Like it's so good.
Okay, next. We're going rapid
and
fire.
then the garlic Parmesan fries, and then
This is number 3.
I'm a cheesy girl. I love pizza too.
Are you lactose tolerant?
No. I'm very tolerant.
Lucky.
I'm very tolerant. I have like no stomach issues, so it's
relate.
okay. Yeah, I know. I have to take advantage of it. So like pizza would probably be next, like a meat lovers vibe.
Okay.
With a side of ranch. And then for a sweet treat, I don't even know. Tiramisu.
I have no idea. Tiramisu.
Tiramisu. I think if I had to like pick one, because like I just love tiramisu.
Oh, I'm hungry now. Okay, we're at our time. You have a very
Yes.
important meeting to go to because you're a
Yes.
professional athlete and you're a busy girl.
It'll be quick.
So thanks, vlog, for listening. Tell all the fans where they can find you and follow you and all your things.
Bye vlog. Everything's my name. Nya Harrison on everything. Subscribe. And subscribe to the pod as well. Obviously, but
She said it.
Bye vlog.
Bye. Follow the wave on all social media and me, Megan O'Keefe, 2 E's at the end. Bye.